So I grew up eating homemade meals every single day of my life, made either by my mom or my grandma. And on today's menu, I am bringing to you one of my favorite comfort foods and side dishes, which is my homemade corn casserole, aka corn pudding, aka corn souffle. And guys, just look at that. I know you can see all them bubbles. Okay, so if this is something you were interested in, do keep on watching. My name is Mansa Queen. You are welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, do look around and feel free. To my returning subscribers, you guys are welcome once again. Now let's get right into the video. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using today, and for your convenience, I have listed all the ingredients in the description box below this video. You're going to need 4 eggs for this recipe. You can use less eggs. I've actually used less eggs and got a really nice texture as well. Okay, so as we go along, I am going to introduce you to the rest of the ingredients. Of course, we're going to need some corn, and that we also got some butter, melted butter, and it's at room temperature. Very important. You would also need some sour cream, some light brown sugar. Yes guys, I'm using light brown sugar today. I am using some vanilla extract. Yes. And this is what my corn looks like. I'm using 2 types. I'm using the whole kernel corn drained out, and I'm using the cream style corn. I got some cornstarch, some baking powder, and I'm also adding some fine yellow cornmeal and some finely dyed jalapeno peppers. And for sweet, I'm using light brown sugar and some honey. So these are all our ingredients, and let's get started. You can either bake this corn pudding or corn casserole in a cast iron skillet. You guys already know what the drill is. Or if you don't have that, feel free to use a casserole dish, an oven safe casserole dish like this one. And this is actually what I'm going to use today. So in a bowl, I am going to combine all my dry ingredients, and this is my cornmeal. Then I'm going to add my cornstarch to that. Also, I want to add in my baking powder. Then just give that a quick mix. Make sure that all your dry ingredients are well incorporated. And by the way, using the cornmeal is totally optional. You can totally omit it if you want more of a pudding-like texture, okay? Now, in another bowl, I am going to whisk my eggs. Now, I have used this same recipe, but I only used 2 eggs, and it was perfect. So just do what works for you, okay? Now, in another bowl, I am going to combine my wet ingredients, and this is my sour cream. Yes, very important to get that moist texture we're looking for. In comes my pure Irish butter, and yes, this is the Casserole brand. If you have been watching my videos, you know that I always use this butter in my baking. It's very high quality. And this is my light brown sugar. So all I did was split up the quantity of sugar in the middle, 2 parts. So one part I use some honey, and the other part I used light brown sugar. So in total I used a little over 1/4 cup. Again, all the ingredients are listed in the description box. The recipe actually calls for 1/2 cup, but I find it a little too sweet considering the fact that I'm using some pepper, so I need some kick to it, so I cut it down. I cut down the sugar a little. Again, feel free to give your taste buds exactly what they want. Now that a mixture is all combined, I'm going to add in my vanilla extract. Again, this is optional, but guys, try it. It elevates these flavors. It gives this nice aroma, and I love it. In comes our cream style corn, and this is 1 can, by the way. Then I'm going to add the whole kernel corn. You want to drain the can and get rid of all the moisture that comes with it. You do not want to add that. Then just give that a a nice little stir just to combine everything together. As you can see, it is already looking so good. There are so many ways of making this recipe, and honestly, I have made corn souffle so many different ways, and each time it's always a hit. Now I'm gonna add my whisked eggs. Yes, I almost forgot that, guys. All right, now everything is well incorporated, and I'm gonna have to add my dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and just combine it. This recipe is so easy, so straightforward, you can't miss it. And let's not forget our peppers. Now this is just one jalapeno pepper that I diced up really fine. It is optional. It is not too hot, but if you cannot tolerate any type of heat at all, feel free to omit it. And you can also put in some bacon. Yes, I'm not a big fan of bacon, but yes, it actually tastes really good in this recipe. You can put some bacon, you can actually put some sweet peppers. That's a good substitute for those of you that cannot tolerate any heat. All right, so now I preheated my oven at 350 degrees, and this is my piping hot casserole dish straight out of the oven. Yes, guys, what I'm trying to create here is that lovely crust. Y'all know I'm a crust girl. Again, I'm gonna say it. So it is piping hot, and now I'm gonna grease it with some butter lightly and just pour that batter right into the hot dish. This is gonna give you that effect, that crust that you're looking for. You're gonna notice that the edges are going to be so crispy, and then the middle part is going to be so tender. Now into the oven it goes at 350 degrees for about 50 minutes to an hour. Make sure you check it. And here it is out of the oven, guys. I hope you guys can hear the sizzle, and now you know you can see them bubbles. Guys, this is what I call perfection. Look at all that crust. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little while before I cut into it. I like to let mine rest for about 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes, and you would notice that it would form a little more. And then let's just open it up and see what it's gonna look like. Now see what I'm talking about? Look at the crust that we just created, because we heat up that pan. Do not have mercy on that pan. Heat it up, baby, and pour that batter right into it. And this is exactly what we got. Moist, delicious. You can see all the corn, you can see the colors from the peppers. Look at that crust. Look at that. Guys, this recipe is so quick and easy. It serves as the perfect side dish for an event, family dinners, name it. It is so delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If this is your first time here, you are welcome once again. This is Mansa Queen, and until I see you guys in my next one, stay safe. I love you all. Bye.